Hey guys, so today we're going to review the Light Mummy, also known as the Angry Michelin Man, so let's go ahead and take a look at the skills. First of all, before I even start this review, I would like to say that this monster is unfortunate because I don't see it having a lot of potential, and this is because of its second and third skills being copies, of course, like any other monster that you're going to find. However, since being a light and dark monster is really rare, I would not say to get rid of it. Hopefully they do something with this, but unfortunately the other mummies have a first skill passive. I even think the dark one has a passive as its first skill. However, this one gets a skill, but it's not really anything impressive. But what I want to do here is give you some runes, hopefully that may help. Maybe they end up working really well for you, but if you want to use this guy, go ahead and use these runes. However, I don't know how well they work out. So let's go ahead and take a look at the skills. First, its leader ability. It increases the resistance of all ally monsters with the light attribute by 38%. Again, the same thing with all the other attributes, however, this is light, and it's probably not going to be, if you have a light team, probably not going to be your leader skill. However, it is pretty good, maybe. But if you have that, if there's other leader skills you can use, definitely use that. And of course, the other mummies have their first skill being a passive. And this skill is going to be Soul Division for the Light Mummy. It's going to revive an ally target with extremely low HP, and then it's going to even the HP of the revived ally and yourself. And note, this is reusable in 8 turns, and you might get 1 cooldown or 2 cooldowns off of that. I don't know for sure, so maybe 6 or 7 turns with skill upgrades. And then, of course, Body Roll slams the body with the enemy at the cost of 10% of your current HP, dealing 20% of your current HP to the enemy as damage. Now, the second and third skill are just like their other mummy counterparts. Just like Touch of Corruption here, attacks the enemy twice and deals damage accordingly to your max HP, and also deals continuous damage for 1 turn with a 20% chance. Now, the Light Mummy here is going to be like every other mummy, except it doesn't get a cool passive. Instead, you're going to get a revive skill there as your first skill. But so to compensate for that, what we really want to do here, if you really want to make use of that first skill here, it is reusable in 8 turns, and so we want to try to minimize that as low as possible. So we're going to go for something with a violent, maybe energy, something like that with all HP percent. That way you can still be able to be bulky, and it also evens out the HP, so we want the other monster's HP to be as high as possible, and we also want you to stay in there so you can revive. But other than that, it's going to be hard with this monster. Besides this, it's just going to be like any other mummy, except it has a not so impressive first skill, and I hope you guys prove me wrong. I hope this monster ends up working well for you, since it is a light monster and it is hard to get. But other runes you may want to think about, you could, as I said before, I think in the other videos, a vampire set with probably energy, or revenge for the second skill. This is because it costs 10% of your current somebody at 10% of your current HP and dealing 20% of your current HP to the enemy as damage. So you want to get some of that back there, but you're not going to get everything back. And then I believe the third skill was the continuous damage there, so you may want to put some focus there if possible. But primarily you're going to want a violent energy, violent anything really. You're going to want violent so you can make use of that first skill. And probably all HP percent. You can add in speed there as the first one if you really want to try to get your turns up. But other than that, Vampire would be your other probably good choice as a good 4 set. And either that with energy for HP, of course. Revenge, just so maybe you can get some dots. And continuous damage. And focus maybe, so you can get some accuracy for that continuous damage. But other than that, for this mummy, you're going to definitely want to make use of that first skill, and I would definitely recommend a violent energy with primarily HP percent. That way you can stay in there, and I'm repeating myself for that first skill. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Go ahead and tell me your rune builds down below, and of course, if you have the Light Mummy, I'd like to see it. If you have any of the mummies, any of the new monsters, any mummy, any monster you really want to show, I'd love to see it, so be sure to comment those down below. But I hope this video helped, guys. Leave your comments down below on your rune builds, but I'll be back again with the Dark Mummy soon, and then we may go to the Anubis or some of the other monsters soon. But thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down below, and have a good day.